Hi guys, Mr. Hescox coming back. Tried to make a quick little help you out video for Chapter 9, Section 2, Carbon Molecules as Life's Building Block. So this goes along with what we did last year, carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids. Um, so these living molecules are very, very large, and they're polymers, and they're comprised of monomers. Now those are the little pieces that are built them together. And carbon is the basis of all of these different macromolecules. So the four big ones: carbohydrates, sugars and starches; lipids are fats and oils; proteins have different structural things; and then nucleic acids are your DNA and your RNA. Carbohydrates are derived from the carbohydrate, which is actually a sugar ring. They're either hexagons or pentagons in some cases. They are the main source of energy for all living things. And here's pasta, which is just these starch molecules, these sugars all stuck together, lots and lots and lots of them. We'll often call that a polysaccharide. Cellulose is a polysaccharide in plants. It's a very, very long chain of glucose molecules put together. Now, cellulose we can't digest, but it is what they call fiber in our diet. Cellulose and starch are both carbohydrates. Starch, if you ever eaten a potato, you can taste the grittiness in the potato. Those are the starch molecules that you can taste with your mouth. Now, lipids hold more energy than carbohydrates. They're very good waterproofers because they are nonpolar. Lipids, so carbohydrates are made up of simple sugars. Lipids are made up of fatty acids. There's at least twice as many bonds, so you have twice as much energy. When it comes to fats, there are saturated and unsaturated. Unsaturated does not have as many hydrogen bonds as it possibly could, where saturated does. Saturated ones are the ones that are bad for you. Your body has a hard time breaking those ones down. We use lipids in the cell membrane. They're very, very important. Cholesterol actually is used in your hormones, and cholesterol actually protects your nerves. It actually is what the myelin sheath of your nerves is. So a little bit of cholesterol is good. Too much cholesterol can actually clog your arteries, so you can have a kind of fine balance. Okay, proteins. These macromolecules are made up of amino acids. Now there's 20 amino acids. So these now have nitrogen and sulfur in them, and proteins are in your meats, your fishes, beans, things like that. They can be used for structure, as in parts of your cell. They can be protein pumps, but they're all made by a string of these amino acids. And we talked a lot about proteins last year, where we used DNA to code for a protein. And each one of those proteins gets its structure from the number and the arrangement of the amino acids in it. So 20 amino acids make up every single protein in every single organism on Earth. So here are some types of proteins. Keratin, which is what your fingernails and your hair is made out of. This is hemoglobin over here. Hemoglobin is what carries oxygen to your cells. Enzymes are protein catalysts. So a catalyst, we had in the chemical reaction chapter, is used to cause a chemical reaction to occur faster than it would naturally. So an enzyme is actually a protein catalyst, but it is not a part of the actual. You have literally millions of enzymes inside your body to control the millions of different reactions going on. Now, nucleic acids: DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, and then you have RNA, ribonucleic acid. Ribonucleic acid is single strand, deoxyribo is double strand. But the DNA, as we learned here last year, is what codes to build our proteins. So you have a piece of DNA that has a gene in it, and that gene can be converted into mRNA through the process of transcription. It goes to a ribosome, and the ribosome will then build the protein based on the code. So this is our nucleic acid, and the main one for all living things is DNA. Now, if you've read anything about the recent COVID virus, the COVID virus vaccines are using RNA to make the COVID vaccines. So RNA is similar, and actually RNA is used to read DNA. So they're trying to skip ahead by using that. The bases in a nucleotide, which are the subunits. So you have a nucleotide, you have a phosphate, a nitrogen base, and a sugar. The sugar can be deoxyribose in DNA, or the sugar can be regular ribose sugar. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I kind of ran down through there as fast as I can. I hope this video helps, and tune in next time, and we'll cover up the last of Chapter 9. There will not be a test. There's just some take-home quizzes and one vocabulary quiz. So have a great day. Be safe.